back again in conversations with the two superstars, Puru and Rishi of Deal4loans. या आज कह सकता है एक बड़ा सा moment of pride है कि आप दोनों Deal4loans में इतने जल्दी से you have reached the top, being leaders, being market leaders, having that market share. But how tough was it along the way to build it so quickly? In terms of getting your customers, in terms of getting the banks to look at you twice. You do have a first mover advantage, but on the other hand.
So in the start, it was difficult to explain a product.
Exactly.
Right. For at least for the banks.
Okay.
Because you had to tell them that, okay, this is a product that will help you reduce your cost of acquisition and give you a better book. Okay. Because it was done first time. So the introduction of an idea was the first time. Right. So that was difficult on that part. For consumer, it was not difficult because for consumer that you would have told him that I'm going to help you save. And I'm going to help you to, take credit which you can service, right? So for the consumer, it was not difficult. For the bank, yes, it was difficult trying to tell him what is exactly they're going to get out of it.
What is the benefit for the bank?
Correct.
And which were the first banks that said yes to you?
The first bank was ICICI Bank.
Wow. And was that because you were...
No, he was not involved.
No, I was not involved that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So ICICI Bank ki haan bolne ke baad, was it pretty easy?
So no, it wasn't because then it was that you had to go into each bank because the algorithm is incomplete if it is unbiased and available across all banks.
My God.
Because
kya pressure us waqt tha?
Because if you give 2 banks, 4 banks, it doesn't solve the purpose. You have to bring all major banks in the purpose. That's how it's like building that Google algorithm where you have to show every person who is in that business. Otherwise, it does not make sense.
God. So what were those days and nights like for you, Rishi? I mean, kuch aasan cheez to nahi tha.
So, yes, it was difficult, but when you saw the results coming for consumers, when you saw that you were saving...
The difficulties.
The difficulties was that, yes, you had to go and talk to large banks again and again, try to explain that we are trying to do.
You never thought to give up?
Yeah, no, never, because we thought it's going to make a win-win for them. Okay. We were not trying to cheat. We were not trying to just advertise, help them advertise. We are saying we will help you acquire customers, right? Which is their need.
What's the secret to your success? How are you able to pull it off?
It's that I persist.
Persistence. So for a young budding entrepreneur, what is your take?
So my take is, you have to, lay low, right? And keep working. Okay. The answer already comes. Answer is always in the fine print. You have to just figure it out.
Wow. Okay. So so when did you know that you were just in it for the long run? Kitne banks ke baad aapko pata tha, chalo?
So when we saw 6 or 7 banks coming in, and consumer experience became much better.
So you got the consumer feedback.
Yes, when they said wow.
And they gave the wow, they let the banks know it was wow, and they let you know.
Yes. Okay. Then we realized that we've actually saved him and he's so happy. So now there is no taking back.
No looking back. So the algorithms were working.
Yeah.
That's a good one. और ना अभी Deal4loans के आगे क्या सोच है?
So, as Rishi had mentioned that, we have been a technology company all throughout.
Right.
And when we were getting into this business, we wanted to attack the most difficult problem in this space, which was how to reach out to these customers in India, bring them on the banking platform, right? Educate them, increase financial penetration, financial inclusion at a reasonable price.
Okay.
That was our single biggest mission.
Okay.
So we use technology to crack that, and I can tell you that looking at Rishi's algorithms, I don't think so. Probably we'll be one of the very few companies in the world which have been able to crack it.
Can you imagine? Right? Sorry, I'm interjecting because a question काफी important जो पूछना था. Is your consumer base middle class, lower middle, upper middle? What exactly?
So our typical consumer base is what I'll call mass affluent, which is between 2 lakhs to 12 and a half.
That's a new word, mass affluent. Okay.
Right. The upwardly mobile middle class, and these are millennials. 90% of our business comes from millennials. So we are targeting millennials. because
since you both are, you're targeting those.
Yeah.
That's a buzzword these days, millennials.
Totally. So this is something which we have achieved.
Okay.
Next, we want to take it to the next level, which is we see the world moving towards paperless banking paradigm.
Correct.
So paper is going to be passed.
Yes.
We want to help our partner banks move into the new paradigm, which is of paperless banking and using our technology. So we are investing heavily right now as we are talking in our technology to be able to actually make that happen. So that's where we are going. In addition to that, we are spreading across financial products. So we started with loans.
Increasing the base of
We are actually now launching an investment marketplace. We are ramping up our insurance marketplace business. So we are going across financial needs of the customer.
Okay.
And of course through going into the world of paperless banking using technology.
So what we realized is technology can bring a process in a personal financial balance sheet of a consumer.
Correct.
Right. Consumers are now making decisions which are triggered. Right. They don't need at some time a product. They just buy it. So they actually at a point of time run out of their personal financial balance sheets.
Correct.
Right. Somebody has to tell them what are the right steps across every time.
That's who you're targeting.
Yeah. So that's the whole call.
Because using technology.
Yeah. Because what we realized.
Goes back to technology.
Yeah. And what we realized was, if you can tell consumers that this is the right thing, right, and based on that he takes up a decision whether to buy a phone, whether to travel or not to travel, whether to do it via investments or whether to do it via saving or whether to do it via taking a loan, how it is going to span across your balance sheet across the world.
Amazing. Really just such a pleasure to have met both of you. We really wish you all the best on the big idea and may you grow from strength to strength.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Puru, and thank you, Rishi.
Thank you.
There are things known and there are things unknown. In between lies that door, says Rishi. Be the change that you want to see in the world around you, says Puru. Mehu Niva Jain, God bless you, catch you again next time.